Angie Bells, my fairy treasures. Okay, you guys, I'm coming at you today again with another page in my altered book that we almost are finished up in. We'll talk about this in a second. Also, we are going to we're going to do double your fun, which means we're going to work in 2 journals at one time. Yes, ma'am. As some of the people I watch always say, yes, ma'am. The reason we're going to work in 2 journals at once is because you already have all this stuff out. So you might as well double your fun and get 2 backgrounds done at one time, right? You already got all the stuff out. You've already picked all your stuff. Okay, so we're going to work in this journal really quickly. Let me tell you what this is. This was a sketchbook. I had a couple of these sketchbooks. I picked them for $5. I never used them. So I have to kind of reinforce because look, see, I'm getting too thick. So I need to I got to do a repair job. So I'll do a repair job. But anyway, we're almost finished with this book. I will go through it when I'm done. I choose books, whether it is a sketchbook or a regular book. I pick books that have, I'll let you look at this, that have signatures. So you go to the middle of that signature and you take out 2 or 3 pages, probably 3, out of each signature. So go to the next signature, take out 3 pages. Go from the middle and they'll just lift out like that. That's how you prepare your altered book if you want to work out of an altered book, or you can just buy an art journal. Okay, I love for some reason to work out of altered books more than I like to work out of an art journal that I buy. I have art journals that I buy, but I don't know why. I love altered books. Okay, the other thing you want to do is you want to glue 2 pages together on this side and this side. This side already has 2 because I already worked on the other side of this, but I just glued this together. Okay, now the next thing we're going to work in our altered book, then after and get our background glued down. Then we're going to go to, this is a traveler's notebook that I created out of a piece of leather that I got out of a thrift store, which I love. Look how I did this, and it I just love it. And what did I do with that piece of leather? I think you guys saw me untie it, right? This piece of leather ties the whole thing. Isn't that just so cool? And then I have a feather. I have a feather that I like to just keep like that. So I just love that whole thing. I just think it looks very, I don't know. I love it. Okay, so this is what I call my junk journal / art journal. And Penny from Penny.1 Creations, hey girl, she was talking about this. And I'm thinking, what is she talking about that I do that you can, she's talking about my art journal / junk journal. Okay, because she was talking about you can stick anything in this art journal and junk journal. And she didn't call it art journal, junk journal. She said something else. So that's why I was like, what is she I'm like, oh yeah, I do that art journal, junk journal in my traveler's notebook. So this is what I'm talking about. So I do mixed media in the background, and then I'll add pockets like this, and I'll add tags. And this is where she was saying you can add anything. You can add pictures of your grandkids. You can add cards in here. You could add cool tags that you make. You could add anything you want. Like this is something I got from downtown at a show here in Las Vegas called Baz. Isn't that cool? Love it. This is from some soap that I had. I just love the tag. I made it into a tag. And this is a tag I actually made. Isn't that tag killer? Another tag that I made. Okay, so you guys get the point. I won't go through this whole thing because, you know. So we're going to work in this also. Also, I made another page with a flip out. See? Hopefully you guys are seeing that. Yeah, you guys are seeing that. It has a flip out. See, this is a flip out right there. And I did mixed media here, mixed media here. I did focal points. I did a pocket, more tags. Okay, so it's a junk journal / art journal. I wanted something where I could do art journaling and junk journaling. Now, do you have to do an art journal / junk journal in a traveler's notebook? Absolutely not. You can do it in you can make this right now, like this altered book, into a junk journal / art journal. Or you can take a regular art journal, like a Jane Davenport or whatever, Dilutions, and make that into art journal / junk journal. So whatever you want to do. This is just how I've decided to do it. Okay. Oh, the other thing is, these are, of course, inserts, right? So I'm going to take this insert out of my traveler's notebook so I don't mess this whole thing up, right? I don't want to work in the traveler's notebook. Okay, there's my leather and my feather, and I'm going to put that away. So now I have my journal here that I can work on today when I get done with this, okay? And I'll probably take these tags out so I don't mess things up. Yeah. Anyway, in fact, let's just do it right now. those on the ground because I don't want to mess up none of my stuff. Okay, we'll put those tags back in. So when we're done, I'll flip right over to this and start using this, okay? Okay, one other thing before I get started is I already have my focal point. My focal point is going to be this mermaid that I drew and colored up. Hope you guys like her. I think she turned out really pretty. So there's her face. I think her face turned out gorgeous. I just learned some new techniques from an artist that I really love her work. I'll show you her work in the next video. I just have so much I'm shoving into this video. She did a lot of heavy shading, and that's what I did on this girl, and that's why I'm really loving her face. Doesn't she look pretty? But look how much dark shading I did. I really like that dark, deep shading, very dark and mystical, and I just really think it added to how I already shade now, but going deeper, going a lot deeper, a lot more depth. So anyway, so I drew this mermaid, and this is going to be the focal point. Since she's this big, I'll probably end up putting her on 2 pages. I'll probably cut her like right here and have her on 2 pages. So that's what we'll probably do. Okay, so that's our focal point. Another thing we're going to do is I got these, this underneath here. I drew a bunch of mushrooms. So we're going to color these up and cut these out and put these in the background also. She'll be cut out too and put as the focal point. So we'll collage her in. We'll also collage in these mushrooms so that she's like, sitting on top of the mushrooms. This, I think, is a bubble or it's going to be a planet. I'm not sure. We'll deal with that as we go along. Okay, so let's get started. Just getting the background done. So I picked a bunch of, put that over here. I picked a bunch of jelly prints and scrapbook paper. Okay, so we're going to do a mix of scrapbook paper and jelly prints. I've been just using a lot of my jelly prints, but this time I want to mix. I want to mix my scrapbook paper and my jelly prints. So that's what we're doing. Let's get started. Sorry I was talking so much, but I had some explaining to do. Don't you think? Alrighty. I'm using my homemade Mod Podge. My homemade Mod Podge is like, take a cup of Elmer's glue. It doesn't have to be Elmer's. It can be whatever you want. Take a cup of glue and about 8 to 10 squirts of a flat acrylic spray paint. It makes it so it's more like a matte Mod Podge or a matte medium. And it makes it so that you're working with a paintable surface. So it makes your surface paintable. So if you want to add stuff on top, markers, paint, it makes it more of a paintable surface. For way cheaper than buying like matte medium. Matte medium is like, I can't even stand paying for that price of matte medium. I did it for like a year, but then I was like, I learned how, one of my subscribers, and if it was you say, girl, that was my idea, told me how to make your own, basically your own matte medium. And ever since she said that, I was like, I am so in there. Because I hate paying, $10, $15 for some matte medium. And you don't get that big of a bottle. You get like that much for like $15. And then I use it up within about 2 weeks and I have to go buy more. I'm spending like $30 a month in matte medium. It was driving me nuts. And you guys know I'm too cheap for all that. I'm not even afraid to say it. You guys know I'm cheap. I'm cheap. So I'm using jelly prints. Right now I'm going to mix in some scrapbook paper. Right now. Oh man, you know what I didn't do on my phone? I erased extra video so that my phone doesn't just switch off because it does that. But I forgot to put it on airplane mode so that no commercials come on my damn video. So hopefully we don't have any commercials and my video doesn't just get thrown off. I hate that. Anyway. I have to do so much to my phone to prepare it to film. I have to remove all of the, make sure you guys are still there. I have to remove whatever video I did last. I have to remove that first because it can, it's my phone. I don't have that much memory, so it can't hold like all this stuff at one time. It can't hold videos and make videos and all that. Then I need to go to settings, and I need to go to settings, and I need to put it on airplane mode so it doesn't go into commercials on my phone while I'm taping, and I forgot to do that. So anyway, let me stop complaining. But just gives you some explanations for when some things happen on my videos. And I don't know how to edit yet. I'm working on it, and there's this one problem after the next with the editing. So anyway, I don't want to majorly edit, but what I want to be able to do, YouTube used to have some light editing where like you could take videos and you can clip them all together, or you can split them apart. But I want to be able to, like, if something happens to this video, I want to be able to just stop this video if I want, or if this video goes off, I just go ahead and connect it to the next video. So you could like put clips together, videos together. So that's all I want to do. So I'm working on it, you guys, believe it or not. Okay. Okay, I keep using jelly prints. I need to use some scrapbook paper. I need to get off the jelly prints. Okay, here we go. Here's some scrapbook paper that's going to look perfect with the jelly prints. It almost looks like a jelly print. This is some Jane Davenport paper. Scrapbook paper. Love her stuff. Okay. This is some more Jane Davenport paper. Oops. This is some more Jane Davenport right here. It's like, yeah. Love it. Okay, and here's another piece right there. Just slot that on. This has to be the most, I always say it every video, and you're going to get sick of me saying it, this is like one of my favorite things to do, is to collage. Just collage paper together. After you choose your papers, it's not like a big thinking process, you know? You don't have to make a lot of decisions. You can just go. At least that's how I see it. Okay, so we have this page done. And any spaces left over, we'll use some acrylic paint, or we'll use a gelato, or we'll use Jane's, like, gelatos are nothing but water-soluble crayons. So we'll either use water-soluble crayons, or we'll use some acrylic paint. Okay, to kind of blend things together if we need to. All right, we're going to use this big old piece right here of Jane's paper. So this is I think a fun video, because we're doing two things. We're doing double your fun, right? So that means we're going to work on, yeah, let's put this in the middle. Double your fun means we're going to work on our art journal, and then our art journal / junk journal. And also double your fun is we're using jelly prints, but then we're also using scrapbook paper. So if you have jelly prints, you can pull those out. If you have scrapbook paper, you can pull those out. You can do a mix. You can just use one or the other. Also, if you want to see one of my videos on jelly printing, to see how I jelly print and some techniques on jelly printing, check out the videos below. And you'll see I have quite a few videos below. You don't have to go very far. And you can also go into my listings, mixed media listings.